Today we're going to make some simple mason jar cloth covers. This is a long overdue cabbage or stash busting project of mine that will not only help me get rid of some cotton and linen fabric scraps, but also help protect some of my new fermentation projects. I recently got into kombucha brewing, more on that later, and after a 3-year hiatus, I started baking sourdough again. I needed something more hygienic and longer lasting than paper towels and rubber bands to protect my ferments. Cloth covers provide the following benefits. They help to preserve freshness, keep out debris, provide protection from pests, prevent excess moisture, and also prevent gas buildup from the fermentation process. Since these cloth covers are for food production, 100% cotton or linen is recommended. Bonus points if it's organically grown. Many ferments are sensitive to chemicals, dyes, and pesticides in our environment, so try to stick to natural and dyed fabrics. If you're really eager to use synthetic materials such as polyester or nylon, please keep in mind that they are not nearly as breathable as cotton and linen, and they can harbor and hold on to more bacteria and viruses than natural fabrics. If you're making the mason jar covers for decorative or aesthetic appeal, then I really wouldn't worry about what kind of material you use since you can wash these covers regularly. However, if they're serving an actual function in cooking, cotton and linen are more hygienic and they're more effective. The same mindset applies to dyed fabrics. Food-safe fabrics are ideal if you're adamant about using color in your project. You want to refrain from using any materials that might bleed into your foods. My favorite way to add color to a mason cloth cover, however, is to actually add embroidery along the cloth's border. This way I keep the dyed portion of the fabric away from the food, and it's limited to just the outsides of the fabric where the food wouldn't be touching. Here are the following materials that you'll need. 1/4 yard of undyed cotton or linen or any kind of fabric scraps, thread color of your choice, pins, iron, and measuring tape, and a sewing machine or sewing needles if you plan to do this by hand. Step 1. Iron out and cut the fabric. Iron out your fabric and cut out a 9x9 inch or 23 by 23 centimeter square. For larger 1-gallon jars, cut out an 11 by 11 inch or 28 by 28 centimeter square. You may cut out additional squares to make more covers if your fabric allows. Step 2. Sew the hems. Create a hem by folding one of the edges over by 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch or 1 centimeter twice. Iron the hem down and pin it into place. Repeat this step on the opposite edge. Next, we're going to top stitch the hems. Fold the remaining edges over by 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch or 1 centimeter. Again, do this twice. Iron the hems down and pin them into place. Top stitch the hems. And finally, step 3. Trim off any excess pieces. If you like, you can also embroider a pattern in a contrasting colored thread along the borders of the cover. I decided to do this on one of the cotton covers. And with that, you are finished. Wash your mason jar, say that 10 times fast. Wash your mason jar cloth covers before using them to protect your foods. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please tap the like button to help me beat the algorithm. And for more food and crafts, please subscribe and check out homestylealchemy.com. And I'll see you wonderful people later.